Have you ever had one of those moments where it feels like the entire world is against you? Every door seems locked, every dream feels impossible, and no matter how hard you try, you just keep falling. But sometimes, it's in those darkest hours that a new light begins to shine. This is the story of a young man named Arav, who found his true strength when everything was working against him. Born in a small village, surrounded by green fields and dusty roads, Arav was a boy who dreamed big, even when he had very little. His father was a farmer, working from sunrise to sunset, and his mother stitched clothes to help make ends meet. They had just enough to survive, but hardly enough to dream. Yet Arav believed education could change everything. He wanted to be the first in his family to go to college and bring back knowledge that could lift his parents and his entire village. Every night, by the faint glow of a kerosene lamp, he pored over borrowed books, often falling asleep with his head on the worn-out pages. Life wasn't easy. His friends would tease him. "Why do you study so much, Arav? People like us don't get far. Just accept it." But Arav would quietly reply, "If I stop dreaming, then what will I live for?" After years of relentless hard work, he achieved the impossible. He was accepted into a well-known college in the city. His parents hugged him tightly, their eyes shining with pride. For a moment, it felt like the world was finally opening its doors. But life often tests us the hardest right after we take that first brave step. The city was a completely different world. The streets were crowded, the buildings towered over him, and people rushed past without a second glance. His classmates came from wealthy families. They had laptops, expensive clothes, and spoke fluent English with a confidence Arav had never known. He, on the other hand, wore his father's old shirt and carried second-hand books. Soon, the whispers started. "Look at him." Some students laughed. "The village boy doesn't even know how to speak properly." Others ignored him completely, as if he didn't exist. Arav sat in the back of the classroom, too afraid to raise his hand, too scared to speak up, even when he knew the answer. Money was another constant battle. His father had borrowed heavily just to pay his fees. Arav felt the weight of every single rupee. While his classmates ate in the cafeteria, he often went hungry, drinking water to quiet his stomach. At night, he worked part-time at a small shop, stacking shelves and cleaning floors, just to send a little money back home. Exhaustion, loneliness, and humiliation started to crush his spirit. Many nights, he lay awake staring at the ceiling, whispering to himself, "Maybe they were right. Maybe people like me don't belong here." One evening, after getting low marks on an exam, Arav walked out of campus with heavy steps. His classmates' laughter echoed in his ears. He felt small, invisible, defeated. As he passed a park, he collapsed onto a broken bench, his head in his hands, as tears streamed down his cheeks. For the first time, he seriously thought about quitting. But then, something unexpected happened. An old man sat down beside him. His clothes were simple, his hair was white, and his eyes were calm. He glanced at Arav and said gently, "Son, why are you crying?" Arav quickly wiped his eyes. "It's nothing. You wouldn't understand. Everything is against me. I don't fit in. I try so hard, but I just keep failing. Maybe I should just give up." The old man smiled faintly. "Tell me," he said, "have you ever seen a kite fly?" Arav looked up, confused. "A kite? Yes," the old man continued. "When a kite rises high into the sky, what makes it fly? Is it the wind pushing it up? No, the kite rises because of the resistance of the wind pulling against it. Without that resistance, it would just fall." Arav blinked, the words sinking in. The old man went on. "Life is the same. When everything feels like it's against you, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're rising. The struggle, the rejection, the pain, they aren't there to destroy you. They are the wind against your kite, making you stronger, pushing you higher. Don't curse the wind. Learn to use it." The old man stood up slowly, placed a hand on Arav's shoulder, and whispered, "Remember, diamonds are made under pressure. You are being shaped." Then, he walked away, leaving Arav with those words burning in his heart. That night, Arav couldn't sleep. The old man's words echoed in his mind. The resistance isn't against you. It's for you. The next morning, Arav made a decision. He would not quit. He would not let the laughter, the hunger, or the loneliness define him. Instead, he would use them as fuel. He started waking up earlier than anyone else, studying with fierce focus. He practiced his English by reading newspapers aloud in front of a mirror. He stayed after lectures to ask professors questions. After his exhausting part-time job, he returned to his books instead of giving in to despair. Slowly, things began to change. In class, when a difficult question was asked, Arav hesitated, but then he raised his hand. His voice trembled at first, but his answer was correct. The professor nodded with approval. A few students turned to look at him differently. Week after week, Arav worked harder than ever. He still faced rejection, but now he didn't see it as failure. He saw it as resistance, lifting his kite higher. And then came the day that changed everything. The college announced a debate competition. Arav's heart pounded when he saw the notice. Public speaking was his greatest fear. His classmates whispered, "He'll never dare. He can't even talk properly." But Arav remembered the old man's words. He signed up. On the day of the competition, his palms were sweating and his legs were shaking as he stood on stage, facing hundreds of students. His mind screamed, "Run!" But then he thought of his parents and their sacrifices. He thought of the nights he went hungry but refused to quit. He thought of the kite rising against the wind. He took a deep breath and began to speak. His voice cracked at first, but with every word, it grew stronger. He spoke from his heart, not from notes. He spoke about struggle, about resilience, and about how failure is not the end, but the foundation of success. The hall fell silent. Every eye was on him. When he finished, the room erupted in applause. That day, the village boy everyone had mocked became the voice everyone respected. Arav didn't just win the debate. He won something far greater, belief in himself. Years later, Arav graduated at the top of his class. He went on to build a career that not only lifted his family, but also inspired countless others. He often shared his story, always ending with the same lesson the old man gave him. Remember, the wind against your kite is not there to stop you. It is there to help you rise. So, my friend, the next time everything feels like it's against you, don't give up. Life is not breaking you. It is building you. Every struggle is shaping you. Every challenge is training you. The wind you fear is the very wind that will make you fly. If you found wisdom in this story, please like and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories. Thank you for watching.